नमस्कार दोस्तों, स्वागत है आप सभी का हमारे चैनल ग्रेजुएट एकेडमी में, जहां पे हम आपके लिए लाते हैं एजुकेशनल वीडियोस। हमारे एजुकेशनल वीडियोस देखने के लिए हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और दबाइए बेल आइकॉन को, ताकि नोटिफिकेशंस आपको टाइम पर मिलते रहें। The UGC has approved a plan for setting up a videotape and media library at the JNU campus, New Delhi. First scientific journal was published in 1665. Association for Information Management is known as ASLIB, which is the quarterly journal of ILA Bulletin, which is an international storage and retrieval system for nuclear science and technology. INIS. The first Indian storage was called ANS, Inter-Library Resource Center. Cataloging in Publication program was first introduced by Library of Congress. The literature which is not published as commercial documents is called grey literature. The Andhra Pradesh Public Library Act provided the creation of a separate Department of Public Library. National Library of India uses AACR first to catalog books. The basic role of the library is collect and dissemination of information. Who said Ranganathan is to library science what Einstein is to physics? Eugene Garfield. Open access concept in libraries in India was introduced by Ranganathan, who recommended that 6.5% of the university's budget would be a reasonable expenditure on library. Radhakrishnan Commission. Ranganathan Committee on University and College Libraries was appointed by UGC, which honor was awarded to Dr. Ranganathan in recognition of his contributions to librarianship and library services, Padma Shri, who gave the slogan Best Books for the largest number of readers at the least cost, Melville Davy. In which law of library science, library legislation in given emphasized second, who is the famous American lexicographer Noah Webster. The year relevant to West Bengal Public Libraries Act 1979. Pondicherry Public Libraries Act was passed in the year 1993. Which library is functioning as depository library? The Tamil Nadu Public Library Act provides for libraries as to be divided by local government only. Library Development Plan for Indian was prepared by S.R. Ranganathan. ASLIB was started in the year 1924. First mobile library was started in the state of Tamil Nadu. Who was the founder of Indian Library Association? A.C. Woolner. Dr. S.R. Ranganathan suggested to use term library overdue charges in place of library fine. This satisfies the canon of reticence. ASLIC is an association mainly of special libraries. ATLAS is an association of teachers of library and information science. Brown devised the book charging system. Who gave the slogan right book to the right reader at right time? J.F.K. Drury. Who coined the term librometry? S.R. Ranganathan. The term library economy was coined by Melville Davy. In India, Library Week is organized in year during 14th to 20th November. Who is known as father of library movement in USA? Melville Davey. The book Principles of Librarianship is authored by A. Dickinson. Commonwealth Library Association was formed in 1972 at Nigeria. NPAC program is related with cooperative cataloging. Abgila was started in and discontinued in 1949 and 1958. Name the author of Grammar of Classification. W.C.B. Sayers. Who was honored with the title Rao Sahib? S.R. Ranganathan. Dr. Ranganathan died in the year 1972. State the name of wife Dr. Ranganathan. Sarda. The university in which Ranganathan did not hold any appointment. AMU. 5 Laws of Library Science was first published in year 1931. The headquarters of NASDOC is located at Delhi. Raja Ram Mohan Roy Library Foundation was set up in 1972. Cannomera Public Library is situated at Chennai. GOC was constituted in year 1971. Who is awarded first PhD in Library Science from an Indian university? D.B. Krishna Rao. Kenyon Committee dealt with public libraries. Perry Committee was set up to advise about university library. Name the person who was associated with the library movement in India. William Allinson Borden. Name of the chairman of National Library Review Committee. V.S. Jha. William Allinson Borden was associated with public library movement in Baroda. William Allinson Borden was invited to India by Maharaja Sayaji Rao Gaikwad III. In India, Working Group on Libraries was set up. Planning Commission. British Museum Act was passed in the year 1759. First ever foreign journey of Ranganathan was in the year 1924. Ranga is the nickname of Ranganathan. IATLIS stands for Indian Association of Teachers in Library and Information Science. Perry Committee was related to Public Library. Who was Andrew Carnegie, a philanthropist? Where Melville Davey established first school of library science. New York State University, Buffalo. Library Bill of Rights is concerned with ALA. Which of the material could you not expect to find in a public library? Patents. Official publication of Preparal LF is Granthana. What is Bibliolus? A mobile library of a library on wheels. Who is known as Dr. Ranganathan of Pakistan? Dr. Anis Khurshid. V. Lenin used 151 pseudonyms in his career as a writer. Vatican Library officially founded on 15 June 1475. Vatican Library founded by Pope Sixtus IV. A popular of ordinary classification used as a pseudonym, a teacher called as demonym. Who is known as the father of library movement in UK? Edward Edwards. K.M. Asadullah was honoured with the title of in 1935 by British government Khan Bahadur. Modern Librarian periodical started by the Punjab Library Association in the year 1930. Jack Mills, recipient of the FID Ranganathan Award for the year 1984. Penguinism means in England, published, republished in a paperback. Book of doubtful authorship of authority are called apocryphal books. Where and when V.V. Giri, the then President of India, said that Dr. Ranganathan is the father of library science in India. Bangalore, 1965. Who is the bibliothekar? Librarian. Who was the librarian of the Imperial Library at Delhi during the reign of Jalaluddin Khilji? Amir Khusro. Anne Godfrey and Emily Mackay Bale were the wives of Melville Davy. What is the trademark of Bantam Books Inc. NY? Cock. How many national libraries are in Italy? 8. H. E. Bliss, a great classificationist of the world, wrote a book of poems titled Better Late Than Never. The first school of librarianship of the world was started by Davy in 5th January 1887. Opening date of British Museum to the public was 15th January 1959. Why 18th November 1983 is famous for B&B Uders Group was founded in London. Date of establishment of UNESCO is 4th November 1946. On 18th August 1962, DRTC Bangalore was inaugurated by Dr. C. D. Deshmukh. The first of the British National Bibliography was brought out in the year 4 January 1950. INPEDOC, 2nd May 1972, Vienna, stands for International Patents Documentation Center. Who was the first librarian of the Imperial Library? John McFarlane. Who is the first person in India who has been awarded 2 PhD for doing research in the field of library and information science? Dr. I. N. Sengupta. Hints on Library Administration in India is first book on library science written by B. H. Mehta. Traits D. Documentation is the first on documentation written by Paul Otlet in 1934. Isaac Collison was a Swedish national librarian and was first president. IFLA. Fusio is called TV of जापान। अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छा लगा हो तो इसे लाइक कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए अपने दोस्तों के साथ, और अगर आपका कोई प्रश्न या सुझाव है तो उसे कमेंट सेक्शन में लिखिए। हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए अगर आपने सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है अभी तक। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग, कीप सपोर्टिंग अस।